Hi everyone, and welcome to another week. Hi everyone, and welcome to another week of Wealth Unplugged Live. I'm Barbara Turley, founder of Energize Wealth and creator of the Wealth Success Map. So you're very welcome, and thank you again for joining me for another week for these weekly Google Hangouts that I've been doing over the past 8 or 9 weeks, and we're going to continue to do these every Friday morning Sydney time at 9 a.m., which is morning time for me. And I believe it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon in LA. So if you're in LA or in the US right now, we do these every Thursday afternoon. So everybody can get a chance to jump online and ask me any questions that you like around the wealth issues that you're having right now, or any questions you have from the content that I produce during the week, or anything that's bothering you in terms of your own wealth. So the last few weeks we've been doing this Wealth Blocks of Women series, and we're actually up to wealth block number 8 now. So there are actually 10 that I've identified, and this week we're going to dive right into wealth block number 8, which is the wealth block of being a great saver. So that might seem like an odd one when everyone thinks you should be a great saver, but we're going to get into that in a moment and tell you why that can be actually a block to your wealth. So just a little bit of housekeeping first. If questions pop into your head while I'm talking today, I want you to quickly put them into the chat roll, which is in the box just below where you're watching online. There's a chat roll there, and you can actually sign in using Facebook or Twitter and put your question in straight away, because you'll find that if you wait until the end, you'll have forgotten the question you want to ask. And then at the end of the show today, I will address any questions that you have. It doesn't have to be on today's topic. It can be anything really. Okay, so let's get started with the 10 wealth blocks of women. So for any of you who've been watching for a while, you know that I did a survey a few months ago of lots of you gorgeous women out there. And I asked you what your major issues were and how you felt when you think about money, business, investing, and wealth. And I got back some amazing responses, and it has helped me to put together this 10 wealth blocks PDF and series. So, everyone had these similarities with the wealth blocks that they were having. So today's one actually is an interesting one, because I would class this one as possibly one of the mega blocks. So I've identified of the 10, there's probably 3 or 4 that are like the mega blocks for women. And being a great saver is actually one of them. And let me explain why. So we're all taught to save, right? We're all told that we should save more and spend less. And as women, I find that there's two types of women out there. They're either the great savers or the great spenders. Now, I personally am a great spender. I'm of the other camp, so I suffer from being too big a spender. And for years, I kind of beat myself up about that, as many spenders do, and I tried to save more. But after a while, I realized that actually saving's an interesting thing, right? Saving, unfortunately, people who are great savers, there's a lot of fear attached to saving. And the tendency when you're a great saver is to hold on to money. So you hold it tight to yourself and in your bank account. And you sort of count the money and you watch it grow, and it's got this sort of lack mentality, to be honest, attached to it. Now, of course, spending less than you earn, is one of the key strategies to becoming wealthy. But I just think that locking money away is not necessarily the best way to become wealthy. In fact, it's probably a way to ensure that you never become wealthy. So let's talk about spenders for a second. So great spenders, and for those of you out there who are great spenders and you think, oh, I just can't stop spending. Money just runs through my hands. Think about it this way. You have actually got no problem, though, letting go of money. You're just letting go of money in the wrong way. So I want to encourage the spenders out there to think about this. Think about what you're spending your money on. And think about if you can harness that spending prowess that you have and that ability to let money go, and start thinking about, how do I start spending my money on things that are going to give me a return for my money? So could you start spending your money on less shoes and less frivolous items that really are not going to get you where you want to go, and start spending your money on assets. Start buying assets. Now, what do I mean by that? Start buying things like, so assets are things like property, shares, land, you can buy mutual funds, you can buy anything that's an investment, really. You can invest in your own business, you can invest in a startup, there's lots of things that you can do. Is it more risky? Look, it depends what you're doing with the money. So let's go back to saving again for a moment. So a lot of people believe that saving is the safest way to protect your money. Now, saving, there's a few things I want to talk about with saving. There's a thing called inflation in this world, and if you think about the interest rate that you get on a savings account, in the US at the moment you're getting nothing. Like, I don't even know how low they are, but the interest rates are zero. They're virtually nothing. Even here in Australia, interest rates are pretty low. Now, they're high versus other places in the world at 3.5% right now, but you're really, the return that you're getting on your money is barely enough to stand still, and in lots of cases it's actually sending you backwards. And this is why. First of all, you pay very high tax rates on interest earned on savings. And second of all, you are at the mercy of this thing called inflation. Now, all inflation really means is that money, the price of money, money is eroding in its value over time. And there's a whole heap of reasons why that happens and why central banks encourage that, because it encourages growth. But all you need to know for now is that the value of money erodes over time. So the interest that you're earning in the bank is usually barely enough, if in most cases not enough, to ensure that the value of your money stays safe over time. And it definitely ensures that your money will not grow over time. So you can save yourself into a good position financially, but if you want to grow your money and get your money working for you so that you become wealthy, you need to start thinking about spending your money on assets and investing. So what are the blocks? Why do we have this block? A lot of people feel very nervous around investing. They think it's a very, very scary thing. And yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. The reason it's more risky than for some people than for others, to be honest, is lack of knowledge, lack of attention to how it works, and lack of interest, lack of taking responsibility and taking an interest in how the money markets actually work, because the perception is that it's all too hard. So the solution, as I always talk about, the solution is stepping up, not being afraid of money, learning how money works, and getting yourself educated so that you become more savvy. Now, some people say to me, oh, but I don't want to learn how to do that. I'm not interested in it. And I would say to you, are you interested in your own health? Are you interested in your own future? Are you interested in your family? Are you interested in what you want out of life and your own dreams and hopes and aspirations? Are you interested in, furthering in life? And I can guarantee you now that it's not that difficult to learn about money if you do it in a structured way and you learn the right steps to take at the right time. So because of that, I created the Wealth Success Map specifically to help people with all these wealth blocks and to try to show them the path and show them the route they need to take. So after this call, I want you to go to my website. If you go to wealthsuccessmap.com, you can download the free Wealth Success Map there and a 7-part training series, 7 videos. They're short videos that take you through each of the steps and show you why each one is important. And it gives you the foundational map that you need to feel more comfortable. So that's what I'd say about that. And I want you to really think about your mindset around saving. And, I'm not saying saving is a bad thing, because it's not. It's just that when you're saving from that place of fear and lack and not actually branching out into other areas, it can really, really, really stop your ability to get wealthy. So in the beginning, we got to save some money. I would say, save for 3 to 6 months of hardship and then invest for a lifetime of abundance and prosperity. So, you know, cash plays a really important role in your life, and you always need to have a little bit of, you know, the rainy day stuff. But the rest of your money needs to be put to work for you. And you need to learn how to do that. And I'm happy to teach you. It's not that hard. And, you know, you will have advisors along the way, but you'll know how to engage them in the right way. Okay, so I'm going to check to see, do we have any questions online today? If you have a question, just pop it in the chat box, and give me a second as I have a look in there. You know, and no question is too stupid. It's the other thing to remember. No question is a stupid question. They guarantee you there'll be other people out there that will have the same question as you. So now I'm going to try this. I'm hoping this doesn't fail on me. I'm trying this chat box here. So it doesn't look like we have any questions today. No, we've got no questions in for the moment. So what I'll do is I'll leave you on that note. What I want you to do is after you watch this show, like I said, have a think about whether you're a great saver and have this perception that because you're a great saver means you're better with money than the spenders. Because technically that might not be true. And if you're a great spender, I want you to think about how can you channel, because that's actually a great ability to be able to let go of money. But you're just mostly we're letting go of money in the wrong way. We're buying shoes and you know, the lifestyle and all that sort of thing. But that's actually keeping you poor forever. But if you're a great spender, sometimes you're one step closer than the savers because you have the ability to let go of the money. The next step for you is to start educating yourself on how you can let go of that money in a more fruitful way for you. The other thing I want you to do, I want you to share this video with at least 3 of your closest girlfriends. Maybe you have a sister, maybe you have an auntie, your mom, anyone, because as women, we really need to step up and get this money thing sorted out. And the reason being is because only 1% of the world's wealth sits in the hands of women right now. Only 1%. We have a lot of problems in this world, and we have a lot of reasons why money needs to be channeled in a better way. And as women, we're great givers. We love to give. And if we can access more of the wealth of this world, we can start having a say in how that money is deployed to solve some of the problems in this world. And we can unlock our own energy and our own dreams and our own lives. So please share this with your friends, and be sure and come back next week. Because next week, let me just get my little wealth blocks. What are we going to be talking about next week? Next week, I'm going to be talking about wealth block number 9, an amazing one. If I had more money, I would manage it better. That old adage that we all fall into that trap. If I just had more money, then I would manage it better. Major block to your wealth. So enjoy your week, get your questions ready, and be sure to come back and join me next week. If you want to have a reminder of when the show is on, just sign up on my website at energizewealth.com/live, and you will get a reminder on Thursday about the show. All right, until then, have a great week, and I'll see you next week.